What's going on, traders? Stockafella back at it, doing a quick video today. I'm gonna talk about risk today. I got a few questions today on Twitter and how I look at risk, you guys. So I'm gonna talk about risk today. Like I always tell you guys, you always want to think about how professional traders think, right? You eventually the end goal, or hopefully the end goal for you guys, is to become a professional trader. Like I tell all my students, the first thing you want to tell yourself is that you're here for the long run. You want to put that in your brain, you guys. But let's get right into this video, you guys. The two different types of risk and how I look at risk. Some people call it macro, some people call it micro, but we're gonna go to the real deal, you guys. First of all, you must know, and you must put this in your head, you guys. Both exist, you guys. Both type of risk exist. Must know both risk exist. Systematic risk and there's non-systematic risk, right? So what is systematic risk? Systematic risk is market risk. The risk a stock is impacted by the overall market performance. So let's say I wake up and let's say I'm overnight a trade, right? Or something like that. Or let's say I'm in a trade or something, for example. And let's say that we just had a bad jobs report. There's bad news coming out from China. The whole market's gapping down. And let's just say I'm in AMD, for example. And my stock's also gapping down with it. So that's what we call market risk. So that's kind of the macro of what's going on in the macro in the global world or anything, you guys. The best protection for day traders and even overnight traders, a lot of times, or like, you know, some people swing overnight or day trade or a day or two, which I don't call those guys investors. We call them kind of swing traders. So the best protection for day traders is a stop loss, you guys. And we're going to talk about different stop losses in a second. But you always want to have a stop loss if you're trading, you guys. Do not trade without a stop loss. Mental or a hard stop loss. You must trade with a stop loss. The best protection for investors is hedging. Now, a lot of people don't know what hedging is, but there's a lot of, like, let's just say a hedge fund, you guys. They hedge. Let's say institutions, different banks, they hedge because it's like buying insurance. So basically, I'm going to do a special video for that. But this is not for, just recently I've been like getting new subscribers to my channel. A lot of guys are long-term investors. So I just put like stuff for them now. I'm gonna do different videos probably for long-term investors, even though I don't invest too much like long-term, but I'm gonna help like some people, some of my subscribers who do invest, who don't have time to trade. So the best protection for you guys, for you long-term investors, is hedging. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make a special video, you guys, for about that later. Okay, then we have non-systematic risk. What is non-systematic risk? It's actual business risk, right? So let's say I'm in AMD, same example, you guys. I wake up and let's say AMD reported bad earnings, for example. That's from the actual business. So the risk of actual business of the company. Okay, let's say I wake up and AMD just fired Lisa Su, for example. That's bad news. So that's non-systematic risk. That's from the actual company, you guys. The best protection for day traders, again, is a stop loss for this, you guys. No matter which way it goes, risk is risk, right? Bottom line. If it goes down from this or if it goes down from this, it still went down. So how are you going to protect yourself? We're going to have a stop loss. Mental, hard, whatever you could use, try to use that. Okay, the best protection for investors for the actual business risk is what? Is a broad portfolio, you guys. This is like the oldest trick in the book. This is like 1800s, Warren Buffett. The old school word for it is what? Diversification. I just like to call it to have a broad portfolio. So that's the best protection for you long-term investors. Have a broad portfolio. Like I'm talking about, have 20% in and let's just say in a different section, in a different sector, in a different you know, there's growth stocks, there's income stocks, there's different type of sectors. You don't want to have all your eggs in one basket. Remember that, you guys, for long-term investors. And what I always recommend is DCA. Some people ask me about DCA, dollar cost averaging. The way to really do dollar cost averaging, you guys, is buy really the same amount of money every month when you think, or every week, or however your strategy is. Like when I DCA, let's say I want to buy $1,000 of AMD, for example. I'll buy the same exact amount every month if it's around my range. So let's say I buy 1 month it's $25 and I spend $1,000 on it. Next month is $30. I still spend $1,000 on it. It'll just be a little less shares. But remember, you guys, bottom line on this is broad portfolio, you guys. Next slide is what, you guys? I can't keep saying this. Do not ever, do not ever trade without a stop loss. Ever. You guys, ever. Must use stop loss. If you cannot use a stop loss, if you can't use a stop loss, some people are new, some people have to practice that muscle. You must use a stop loss. If you cannot use a stop loss, stay away from trading. Eventually, you're going to blow up. Eventually, you're going to lose all your money and everything you have. You're going to go back to your job. You must use a stop loss, you guys. I blew up like 2-3 accounts in my beginning. Thank God I had a little money to reinvest back in there and learn. But don't lose, you guys, and blow up your big money just by being hard-headed and not using a stop loss. Must use a stop loss. You have to tell yourself. I had a great session with one of my students, Josh, yesterday. Shout out Josh. Like we talked yesterday. It was a good session. It was really about an hour, maybe 2 hours. It was supposed to be for about an hour. We went for about 2 hours, and I was explaining to him, like, when you take the stop loss, say yes. Give yourself a pat on the back. Like, be glad you take the stop loss. Because if you can just take that stop loss like it ain't nothing, you're like almost out of that 90% of traders right there. That right there will get you out of a lot of jams, will keep you out of a lot of problems, you guys. So sometimes you do get lucky. Sometimes it takes you out and you're like, damn, it hits you. But still, you guys, no matter what, even if you miss out, no matter what, even if it takes you out, sometimes they take you out and it goes back in your favor. Who cares? Use the stop loss. No matter what, use the stop loss. All right. Next slide is, okay, there's 2 types of stop loss, you guys, right? Mental stop loss and a hard stop loss. Okay, this is what I say to everybody. If you cannot follow your plan, basically, I forgot the word plan right here, you guys, basically. But if you cannot follow your plan, let's go back, you guys. I don't know what I just did. You guys know I barely just did this. I'm not too good at editing. That's why you guys see my videos. I don't really edit. And I like to, like, just no bullshit. Cut all the noise out. Cut the BS out. You know, and get to the real deal, you guys. Get to the bottom line. So let's go back to where we were. Where was I? Okay. This is what I tell everybody, you guys. First of all, if you cannot use a mental stop loss, if you cannot follow your plan, use a hard stop. Okay? Hard stop loss. If you do use a hard stop loss, do not move or change your mind, you guys. That takes us back to our motto. What's our motto, you guys? What does this say right here? Plan the trade, trade the plan, no matter what. If my plan says I got to take the stop loss here, that's it. I have to take it here, no matter what. Remember, you guys, you're here for the long run. I'm a trader. I'm going to be here 10 years from now. I'm going to be here 20 years from now. So I have to follow the plan, you guys. Every job has rules and regulations. And a lot of traders fail, honestly, because they have nobody to turn in their projects. They don't have a boss. Basically, you have no one to hold you accountable, you guys. So that's why I hold my students accountable, you guys, and I don't care. I don't like to blow sunshine like up your ass or up any of my students' ass. I like to keep it real, tell the truth, and protect you guys from the sharks in the market, you guys. This is the stuff they don't want you to know and they don't want you to do. So you're gonna do it. You can't be emotional. It's tough. Practice it as much as you could, you guys. It's tough. It's not a magic pill. It's not gonna happen overnight. But it takes a while. Just practice it. Practice that muscle. Practice patience over and over and over and over and over and over. Practice following the rules. Then hopefully it'll become nothing to you after a while, you guys. Don't forget our motto. Plan the trade, trade the plan. So you guys already know I'm giving away 2 free one-on-one coaching sessions this month. Usually $99 per session. That's $198 value, you guys. So far I have like maybe 14 sessions this week, and I have about 6-7 sessions next week. I still have room, you guys, so get your 2 free sessions. mytradecoach23@gmail.com, you guys. 2 free sessions. Remember, you guys, mytradecoach23@gmail.com. 2 free sessions per person, usually $99 per session. Get it for free, no commitments, no credit cards, no bullshit, no nothing, you guys. I believe in adding value, you guys. Hopefully I help some people. Hopefully some people do sign up with me later. And like I tell you guys, plan the trade the plan. You guys probably seen this slide when I accidentally hit it later, but it's okay. I'm all about transparency. You guys know it since day one. And this is one of my favorite quotes, you guys. The future is what you make it. Remember that always. What you do today equals what happens tomorrow, you guys. So remember, take action today. The future is what you make it. Plan the trade the plan, you guys. Like the video, subscribe. Anybody has any questions, leave in the comments. Shout out all my students, you guys. Shout out everybody. I'll see you guys soon, you guys. Peace out.